Alright, day 3 of Reddit's Horror Movie Challenge, and today we'll be talking about and reviewing Sleepaway Camp. So in Sleepaway Camp, it opens up with a pretty grisly scene where you watch people get murdered by a boat. And then from there, you meet Angela Baker, who is a traumatized and very shy young girl, and their mother sends her back out to a summer camp with her cousin. And as soon as they get there, dun dun dun, people start dying. So I've never seen Sleepaway Camp before, and I mean, it is so campy that it's pretty funny intentionally.
It really is. I saw it a long time ago when I was like 12 or 13, and I remember thinking that it was scary, and then rewatching it recently. It's from the 80s, so you know you're getting a big helping of cheese while you're watching it.
I feel like this is even more of like a B-rated horror movie from the 80s.
Most definitely, but it still has all those classic horror movie, like slasher movie concepts that you've like learned to love.
I mean, maybe I was watching back in the day, I could find it like maybe terrifying, some of the stuff, but I couldn't help but laugh at so many of these death scenes.
It really, whenever you're seeing someone murdering another person through first person, it's always just pretty funny. You just see a hand like.
Well, yeah, that was unique because they kept the killer like you don't know who it is for the whole movie, pretty much until the very end.
Until the very end, yeah.
Because everyone you watch die, you don't know who's killing them, except for you see like a hand.
You see a hand.
That was cool. It made it like a mystery aspect of it, and that's what like kept me going into this film. I like wanted to see what happened.
Yeah.
And boy, what a doozy of an ending, which we'll talk later in the spoiler section of this review. But let's just start off with the acting real quick, because, oh boy, was it atrocious.
Well, like I said, 80s, so you gotta know what you're watching here. The acting is definitely subpar, to say the least.
I think my favorite was the camp leader, like the old creepy dude that wants to go on the date with Judy.
Oh, yeah, and obviously the cook.
Yeah, the cook was the best.
The pedophile cook was very hilarious.
Look at all that young, fresh chicken.
You're too young to even understand what's on your mind.
Ben, good buddy, there ain't no such thing as being too young. You're just too old.
Look at all those chickens.
Yeah. What really made me laugh about this movie a lot was Angela, the main character, who's a very like standoffish, reserved girl. She doesn't really do anything to anyone, and these guys just go up to her and just start harassing her for really no reason. Like, what's your problem? Why don't you say anything? Are you stupid?
It was because that kid starts wanting to talk to her. So like he's like trying to crush on her, and then the bitch lady Judy.
And those girls are also, like, so mean to her for, like, no reason.
I have some boobs. I deserve all the male attention.
They're just so mean to her for no reason. Like, this girl really kind of just did nothing throughout. She's super boring and dull throughout, like, the whole movie. Which kind of makes you wonder what her deal is, I guess.
So, this is where we'll do a small spoiler alert. I'll put the time frame right here where you can just skip ahead and click that part of it. So... let's just talk about that ending.
Okay. I think it was that is the thing that saved this movie. I think it was one of the greatest endings in horror movie history. Maybe movie history. I mean, just, did you honestly see it coming?
Okay. No. I didn't, but it was so funny, and I think I pissed my pants laughing.
I think I did too.
Because not only is Angela holding a dead the boyfriend's head,
severed head,
and drops it. The counselors that stumble onto her is like, "Oh my god, she's a boy!"
Yeah,
like
that's what startles them. Not that she has a severed head and is making what I guess is animal noises.
Yeah,
it's the fact that she has a penis.
Yeah,
which is startling.
Yeah.
You know, you think she's a girl the whole time.
But they don't care about the head.
But they don't care that there's a head that's rolling across, and you know. What we didn't mention before is in the beginning is when you see the people die. She had a brother named Peter, and you think he's dead. He died in the beginning, so she's all traumatized. And at the end, it turns out, I guess Angela died, and Peter was raised by his aunt.
As a girl.
She wanted to. I guess she raised him as the girl she always wanted.
Yeah.
Very, very bizarre. But I think that was maybe one of my favorite endings in all of horror movie, just because it was so crazy. And sometimes when these twist endings happen, you're like, oh, I saw that coming. Yeah. I didn't see that one coming at all.
I didn't. But, I mean, that mom was so annoying. That was just so funny.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the acting was terrible. I mean, like I said, that's just something you kind of need to know going into it.
They all the death scenes, you saw them coming a mile away because it was so funny to watch the tropes of people. Oh, I'm gonna go use the shower next door.
Or classic horror movie, like stupid people doing stupid things. Like my favorite murder was definitely the beehive.
Okay, and that was the most like frustrating because the guy could have easily went underneath the bathroom stall.
Oh, definitely, and like. First of all,
Who's doing this?
Yeah, it was just ridiculous. While he's taking a dump, she drops a beehive on him, and then you just see a hand like slowly open, like, oh, I guess he got stung to death. But I think that was my favorite murder, just because that would never happen. I mean, I feel like even if you are allergic to bees, you would avoid.
Well, I think that a lot of these murders is so funny about it is like you see it happen, like you don't really see it happen. They didn't show a lot of the bodies, but when they showed the body. It was like, how the hell did it get that mangled up? It's like, we watched it happen. It was way too extreme. But.
Yeah, it was. It really was. It's, like even like the shower scene.
Yeah.
Where it's kind of, I like how it references other horror movies. Like that's definitely like an homage.
To Psycho,
to Psycho. But the way she just like stabs her and just like yanks up, like just I don't know, the noises that she was making. It just seems so forced.
All right, so now spoiler alert gone. We'll just give our quick rating of this film. Now, I like this movie for all the wrong reasons. I mean, I was entertained by it. When people were not dying on screen, I was a little bored.
It was pretty slow.
Because these actors obviously could not carry the film that they were trying to just convince. So the situations and the whole picking on each other and talking to people and making
fighting
out.
was great.
So... The murders were really funny. The twist ending was just so crazy that it did redeem this movie. Now, I'm saying you can totally watch this as a bad movie and enjoy it, and that's what I'm saying. So, like, if you never heard of this movie, check it out, because the ending's worth watching it for alone. Something that you'll laugh and be like, okay.
It's a better scary movie to grab some pizza and beer and watch it with your friends and get a good laugh, instead of... let's turn off all the lights and get scared, because it's not going to do that.
So I'm going to give this 4.5 reels out of 10.
And I'm going to give it 6.5 reels out of 10. Just because the ending was so great.
Yeah. It's definitely a funny movie, though. And, like, you're not going to regret watching it.
No, not at all.
And this has been our take on Sleepaway Camp.
And if you like this video, make sure you subscribe down below.
All right, and check us out, as we'll be pumping out these videos every single day for the 31 Days of Horror. So this is The Real Report. Thanks for watching.